Had a little split here from using HydroCal. It was hot outside and I went to rinse it off with, I guess, cooler tap water, and it made a little crack on it, so I'm doing a little repair, and hopefully this gets it. But what I did was I mixed them in a little cup, and I don't want to put too much on there because I got some texturing in here on this, some roughed up texturing on it, so I don't want it to be smooth where I repaired it, so I'm doing this slowly, a little at a time. Getting a little bit of this in my paintbrush. I'm going to just do just a few millimeters of this. Slowly, surely. Force it in there, squeeze it in there, make sure it gets in there. Move side to side. And we come back, hit a spray bottle, water. Come back in there and move it again. That way I can get the texturing back out on it and seal the hole also. I want to make this stuff a little bit thinner than what I was using to cast it. You see the crack just sorbs in that crack. Give it a second, let it dry. Press it in. It dries really quick on the second application. When you put this on already set HydroCal here, it really wants to stay or dry quickly. So I kind of rub it in a little bit more. I can still feel some rough texturing on there, so hopefully this would come to where you wouldn't see the split, but at least you won't have the split on there and you'll still get some texturing. It'll be hard to tell. Do a little bit more. Let it absorb in there. See how quick it absorbs. It's like dry. It seems to dry almost instantly when you do that, but it's still a little wet. Force it in. A little side to side action. Make sure it gets in there. I'm going to let this set and dry too, probably overnight. Make sure it's good and dry and make sure nothing comes back on it. But see how slow I'm moving with this. I'm not being impatient or anything. I want to make sure I do this right. I think this was referred to spider cracking or something. Varies with temperature. Oops. Got some over here where I wasn't supposed to. Right here. Let me get that out real quick. That. Got a little damp towel here. I can dab it up a little if I have to. I don't want any of that on there. Looks like it came out really good. And my crack is getting close to sealing that crack up right there. Goes about right there and stops. But it was way down here. And you can still see where it's a little wider, but after it sets overnight it probably won't be as bright. But the other clay also had to spray clay out of this the other day, so that's why this plaster is a little bit darker, because it did have clay in it and it had to be cleaned up. So this new fresh plaster is going to show up a little bit better. That water just absorbed right into it. HydroCal really is thirsty. It will sap it up there real good. See one little small spot right there. After it's over with, I'll go back and look and see if I can still see like a valley in there or something. I may go back and retouch it later, but one thing I want to get a first cast out of this thing. You never know. It could come apart on you. They should have one to cast from in. But it was all in all, this was a pretty good one here, so you should do alright. I usually do Ultra Cal 30 on this, and they were out, so I kind of had to use Hydro Cal. I don't usually use this. With a little towel. Should probably put the residue on it. Getting close. Yeah, it's about done. There. That's it. And that's it. I'll let it dry and then I'll make a cast from this and see how it does and see how it holds up. You can always go back and repatch it again if you have to, but at least you got a mold here. And that's it, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.